It is so exciting to have you all here. I'm really looking forward to all of the talks and sessions we have today. This should hopefully be a lot of fun. So thank you all for being here, for joining us for this. I hope you are as excited about this as we are. I am a combination of excited and anxious because holy crap.
Yes.
And I imagine a lot of us are feeling similarly. So the all of this got started because there was a thread in one of the EAE groups on Facebook, the Editors of Earth Association groups. Somebody started a thread asking about, are there any other neurodivergent editors that I could meet up with? Because I need to know people like me, and there have to be some. And a lot of people answered on the thread. I was one of them. And eventually, this individual said, is there a group anywhere for us? And I looked around and I said, nope, but I'm going to make one. And so I made the Neurodivergent Editors Lounge. And that has become pretty popular pretty quickly. We have a whole bunch of people in it, which is amazing. Lots of really good discussions, really good friendships forming. I'm really excited about it. And out of that, Leslie was like, we should have one for writers. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, she was like, hey, E, hey. So
So I started that.
Yep, you did. And she and I both run that one, and I and Lisa run the editors group, and here we are. And in that, I realized that there's so many of us, and there's so few services and such available for neurodivergent people. Like, the joke is, I don't want to take services from other people with autism, and the people with autism going, what services? So we decided that, like, creating a space for us, a conference designed for us and by us rather than about us, would be a useful exercise and would be a great way to connect people in what is hopefully a safe feeling space. So that's
Right.
basically where we came from. We started planning this, what, like a year ago, Leslie?
Yeah, it's been right at a year. We started last February.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of it's been a lot of work. Lots of meetings. We were meeting every week for a long time to talk about different things that needed doing and how we were going to approach things and who we were going to talk to and all of that. So lots of meetings. There are actually 4 people in charge of the conference. 2 of them are more behind the scenes folks, and then there's Leslie and I who are out front.
Right.
One of our behind the scenes folks is Lisa Hislop. I think I'm pronouncing her last name right. I hope I am. Lisa, if I didn't, I'm sorry. She is responsible for doing all of our copy and helping us with making sure all of our editing is done. She didn't have a chance to look over the website, which is why there's spelling errors on the website. That's all me. Don't blame her. All me. She's a delight. And the other lady who is very helpful with this is a woman named Melanie Storm. Unfortunately, Melanie had a medical problem and couldn't be here with us today, but she was instrumental in helping us get our marketing set up and going because that is her area of expertise. She is a delightful human being, and I'm hopeful that she's recovering well, but she really wanted to be here and was really excited about all of this. But life happens, as we all know, life happens, unfortunately,
Yes.
despite our best efforts.
Yes.
So,
And none of us can hold off medical things like that. So
no, I wish we
as
could.
much as we
Like,
wish we could.
I'm sorry, I've got cat fur on my microphone and it keeps going up my nose when I try and talk into my microphone. And it is deeply unhelpful to my mental health.
That sounds very distracting. Yes.
Yeah. Cat fur up one's nose is not how I recommend starting your day.
No.
So, does anybody here, let's start with does anybody here have any questions? You can put them in the text chat. Is there anything you would like to know that we have not yet covered before we move on? I'm going to give a second for people
Crickets.
to type and think of questions.
Yeah.
Gives me more time to get the cat fur off my microphone.
In the meantime, I will apologize to anyone that was subjected to my zombiness yesterday. I was going on 36 hours with little to no sleep, and I was trying to function, but not doing a very good job of it. So I'm much more with it today.
Oh, you were a delightful zombie yesterday. It's fine. If your presentation has a Q&A in the end, how do you effectively do that on Gather? So rather than doing it via voice, I'm going to encourage people to use the chat function in Gather to do Q&A. So they can write it in the room chat. I'm going to be showing people that. And if they do so, you will be able to answer and see the questions. So I'm going to do a screen share actually in a minute here to show you how to do that. I hope that will be useful. Also, I think questions presented in text means you don't have to remember what the person asked if your brain decides to take it and go off sideways.
Yes.
Because don't we know that happens?
I am much less itchy today. Thank you.
Yes.
Took Benadryl before I passed out last night, and the itchiness is pretty much gone.
That's good. I'm glad. I know you were miserable yesterday.
It was awful. The combination of events that happened to me yesterday was just not pleasant.
No. No, that sounds exhausting. All right, so with that said, I am going to also mention we have some amazing speakers today. Some of them are with us in the audience for this. Some of them are just waking up and not in here yet and are trying to figure out their brains because time zones are absolutely a thing. That is a reality. So our keynote is the amazing Mallory Cooper. She is a New York Times bestseller sci-fi author. She is tremendously amazing, and I'm really excited to have her here with us today. We have some other phenomenal people. We've got Adam Saeed, who's a business coach and an expert on flow states. He does a lot with like neuroscience and talks about how to use neuroscience to get into different mind states using meditation and such. It's really cool stuff. We have, obviously, Leslie is doing a really cool talk on how to do damage to your characters in a realistic manner, because that's obviously a thing that folks struggle with sometimes because TV lies to us.
A lot.
Yes. I'm doing a talk for editors on how to find your niche, so how to decide what to edit if you don't know. A lot of new editors really struggle with that. We've got some really cool panels. There's one on how to start a video platform like YouTube or TikTok if you don't like cameras, which a lot of us don't like cameras very much. So we're going to be having a talk about that. We've got Steven from Centered coming, which is really exciting. Centered is an app that we are partnered with that is used by a lot of ADHD coaches to help people stay zeroed in on the task. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit out of it. I am very tired. I'm usually asleep this time of day. We've got Jace Carter, who is a romance author. She's going to be talking about some ways that you can do, like, stay focused and, like, setting up writing routines. We've got Dr. Joe, who's going to be talking about how to use hyperfocus and doing self-editing. There's a whole bunch of really exciting, amazing talks happening today. And I do want to mention about all of them. These talks are being recorded, and these talks will be posted to YouTube. So if you miss one, that's okay. You can catch it on YouTube. And during the talks, we're going to be telling folks to turn off their camera and their mic so that, first off, to save bandwidth for the people around them, and second off, because I don't figure most of you want to be on camera on YouTube, though if I do happen to catch somebody, I will be editing them out of the video. So that is a thing. Leslie, do you have anything you would like to share with folks today this morning? Like, how are you?
I am, like I said, much, much better today than I was yesterday. I was a mess yesterday, but
Yep.
I feel like a human being today, which helps a lot.
Yes. Somebody asked if there are going to be more opportunities to network and talk with people. The answer to that is absolutely yes. Tonight we are going to be having an info dump session where we're going to have a little while where people get to talk for 10-15 minutes up on one of the stages about their special interest, if that is something you would like to do. So we're just going to share what excites us. If that is something that you would like to participate in, awesome. If you'd like to just come and listen, that's amazing. If not, we have the conference space open 24 hours a day. The lounge has a bunch of games in it that you can sit and play with people, because neurodivergent folks are often more interested in activity-based engagement than just talking. So we have a bunch of games available. There are places to just sit and chat. We had an amazing group of people hanging out after the speed dating event last night. We all stole a table and just sat down and had a long talk about like TikTok and editing and just a really fun discussion. So there are going to be plenty of opportunities to sit down and talk to folks. The conference space is designed to have that available to you. So there should be no lack of opportunities to sit and chat with people if you would like to. Or if you would very much not like to, you are not obligated to talk to anybody. One of the neat things about Gather and the platform that we are using here is the fact that nobody has to be on camera. Nobody has to be on voice if they don't want to. You can just use text chat if that is what you prefer. You are not obligated to communicate in any specific way unless you're a speaker, because I would very much prefer speakers to be on at least voice. That is just because it's faster, unless, like, I could make accommodations for somebody else, but oh, there goes Jace Carter, I guess. Bye, Jace. So I will say also to all the speakers, if you're nervous, you will never find a more accepting and wonderful and loving and excited audience than this one, because we are all neurodivergent, we are all nervous, and we all get it.
Yes.
So you are here amongst friends and compatriots who understand. So for what that's worth, we're all here to have a great time and learn from each other, and we don't have to be extremely formal, like be polite, but we're here to have a good time and share what we know. And if you want to do it like Leslie's doing, if you want to do your conference in the tiara, do your conference in a tiara. If you would like to do cosplay, do cosplay. If you would like to be in your pajamas, be in your pajamas. I'm currently wearing pajama pants because y'all don't have to see my bottoms. So I get to just be comfortable. Exactly. So be comfortable. It's fine.
Yep.
So that's where we're at. That's the kind of conference this is. We are here to have fun together, and the goal is to create a relaxed, welcoming environment for everybody.
We're going to have a great time.
Exactly. That we are going to have an amazing time. So, with all of that said, I'm going to do a screen share and show you some of the features in Gather that you may or may not know. If I can figure sharing my screen. There we go. Okay, so I have my screen share up and my cat making noises in the background. If you are in Gather, there are some things you might find useful and would like to know about. First off, down here in the personal menu on the bottom left of your screen, if you click that, you can do something called turn on quiet mode. Right now I have it engaged. With quiet mode, it means that you won't see or hear other people unless they are within 1 square of you. So you can turn it down so that when you're walking through groups of people, folks don't just pop up on your radar every 30 seconds. And if that's causing you problems with your bandwidth, either internet or personally, you can turn that off and just be quiet for now, just to navigate the conference, or in general, if that is what you prefer. So you can turn it on or off at any time. Up here, there's a status message. The flashing speech bubbles, I don't know if you can turn those off. I'm not sure. Up here, you will see a status bar. You can write that you only want to do text. You can write that you are friendly to DMs. You can write whatever makes you happy in this space. Mine and Leslie's are set to conference admin, so we are easy to find. That is intentional. But other than that, like, you can also change your character at any time if you would like to change any of your accoutrements. I found this morning that I can have an owl on my head, so I have an owl on my head, because why wouldn't you have an owl on your head if you could? There are a whole bunch of different options in here. Also, down the bottom right, you are going to see a little calendar icon, which is where my mouse is right now. If you click that, you will see it pulls up the schedule. And if you click on any of these sessions and say, take me there, I believe is what the button says, you can immediately teleport to that session location without having to walk across the conference. which will make navigation much easier and faster and hopefully take some of the anxiety out. Or if you're running late, you can be, oh no, I'm there. So that is absolutely available to you. In addition to that, we have the info board, which is next to the calendar. There you'll find the announcements. So there are, periodically, I'm going to be sending announcements through the whole thing about what is happening at what time. And you will find the pinned messages. So here we have Leslie's and my names, a spreadsheet view of the schedule, a link to the Discord, which all of you obviously have already, and the website itself, if you have any questions. So those are some of the useful features in Gather. Also, if you are not in the chat window and you hit Z, you will dance. And apparently the owl on my head flaps. That's fun. And if you hit F, you can throw confetti at people. We have been having intermittent confetti battles, and I'm all here for the intermittent confetti battles because nobody has to clean them up.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, we can.
That's my favorite thing. Yes.
Janice down there, my sister is throwing confetti at me, so there we go, confetti battle. So, thank you for that demonstration. So yes, confetti battles that nobody has to clean up are absolutely the best.
Yes.
So that should hopefully cover most of the things in here. Also, when you are in the rooms during the sessions, the speakers will be projected to the entire room. So don't worry about whether or not you were close enough. Everybody in the room will be able to hear, and if you would like to be able to see the stage itself, there is an option you can zoom in and out. I do it using my mouse wheel. There might be other methods, I'm not 100% sure, but you can zoom in or out on the conference view at any time to get a broader view of the area, or zoom in to cut everybody else out, whichever makes you happy. Gather has a lot of accessibility options. Let's see, what else do we have here? For speakers, obviously there's the screen share option. That is a thing that you will find useful. And here are the camera controls. If you are finding you are having trouble with your microphone or your sound, the down arrow here brings up all of your sound devices, and you can make sure that you have the proper ones selected. So that will solve many woes when it comes to that. And the same thing with the camera. You will see there are multiple cameras here that I have. You can make sure that things are properly selected. So that is how you find those things. Is there anything that I have not yet covered that you would like to know about Gather? Where do you get the owl? Okay, so I found the owl in accessories, and then it was in other, and if you click the brown color, that's where you find the owl. However, if you click other colors, you can see it changes. Yellow is a chicken. You've got a little chicken, or a parakeet or something. So some of the other colors might have different friends who sit on your head, but if you click the colors, you will see there are different items and options for a lot of different things. So go through and feel free to... Oh, there's a rat, head rat, that's adorable. So you can go through and see what is available and feel free to decorate yourself however makes you happy. Chat targets. Thank you, Dana, that's a good one. Over here in the chat window, you will see there are 3 different targets. There is the room, which is everybody in the room. That is where you will ask questions during Q&As, so use this chat. There's nearby, so you would use that to text people who are adjacent to you. Then you have your inbox, which is direct messages. So nearby is just people who'd be able to see or hear your camera and microphone, so people right next to you. Room is everybody in that space. You can use all of those, but room is going to be where you ask questions during talks. I'm going to try and encourage speakers to keep an eye on that. However, recognize that during talks, speakers may not be prepared to take questions during their talk. They might have time at the end, but some people might be anxious and not up to talking, or not up to doing Q&As, which is totally acceptable. You can, maybe if they're up for it, you can ask them privately after the conference or after their talk, or there might be other ways you can get the information. But I'm trying to find folks, I'm trying to make sure that folks get their questions answered, if at all possible, while respecting the fact that speakers get anxious. Where's the map? That is easy. Let me walk down there. So, scattered around the conference, you will see some of these boards. This one links you to the schedule. And then these sandwich boards right here, these guys, that look like chalk writing, they have the map on them. If you hit X next to any of those when they are yellow and activated, it will bring you up a map of the main area and it'll show you how to get to everything. Then you can close out of the map. So you're looking for these items and you can interact with them when they are yellow. If they're not yellow, nothing will happen. When you walk up to them and they are yellow, if you hit X, it will bring up that map. The same is up here for the schedule. If you hit X next to the schedule, it will bring up our screen here. Some folks were having trouble with it not showing you can scroll, but if you scroll down, Leslie was having this issue in Safari. The scroll bar wasn't showing up.
I was in Google.
Oh, that's right. You were in Google. Things were weird. So if the scroll bar doesn't show up, something's weird. Just know you can scroll down, and you can view the schedule, and you can click join on any of these to join a session that is live. So that is how you access those various different things. And as many of you, most of you have probably noticed, conversation in Gather is proximity based. Which means if you are near somebody, you can talk to them, but if you walk a couple squares away, they will fade into the distance. This has happened multiple times and has been very fun and produced a lot of shenanigans. So be aware that shenanigans are a thing. And I know a lot of us are shenanigators, and I fully support that plan. How soon can you join a conference discussion in Gather? I would recommend, there's a 15-minute buffer. You should be able to join, I think you should be able to join once it goes live, but you can walk into the room at any time. I believe. We'll find out when I start the panel in half an hour. We'll find out together.
We will all figure out how all of it works together, yes.
Yes, I think that's how it works, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it does that way, though. And this is Monster. You will probably see her during the conference. She's recovering from surgery, and so she wears the cone of shame. Monster, say hello to your public. Oh dear. She's being very helpful. Thank you.
She's very sweet.
To me, anyway. Are there any other questions that I can answer for folks about the platform? Is there anything I can share with you? Oh, she's trying to lick herself, and she's missing.
Aw.
Come on. Ah. Oh, this is a great way to start the conference. Cat butt. Yeah, head cat. In the most literal sense. Great. This is going so well. Oh, okay. You don't see how to see the presentation in Gather. Adam, you cannot see this presentation in Gather. It just links you to this call. However, in Gather, you will be able to just click on people. Yeah, an interactive hat. Yes. That monster is definitely an interactive hat. Oh, there we go. Okay. Are you okay? Okay. In the conference over here, the way presenters present is you will click screen share, select the window you would like to share, and then it will show. In order to see people better when you're doing the speakers, you can go up here. When somebody is at one of these speaker things, you can view things differently. So I have speaker view here. It will pull the speaker up to a large size and put their presentation to the right, and it will show that in a large view. So that is also something I probably should have mentioned. Thank you for asking, Adam. Is there anything else? No, don't. She was taking my headphones with her. Today is going to be interesting. I can feel it.
It'll be a great time.
I hope so. Fun. Yes, Monster would very much like to host, and if Monster host, everyone would give her treats all day. That would be the extent of the conference. Everybody gives Monster treats.
That
Swearing in
sounds like an
adult language.
excellent.
I don't have an issue with swearing or adult language. I swear like a sailor. I don't recommend
Same.
doing it during your speech if you're going to be talking, but I don't. I would I would just read your audience if you are with people who say I find that language difficult. Obviously, respect people's boundaries, but if folks are comfortable with it, then just I would say read the room, but that's a really awful expression for folks who don't read the room very well, because I know I do not read the room very well. But if you are questioning whether or not you can swear in a particular area, ask folks around you. But as I said, I swear like a sailor. The only way somebody is going to offend me is if they do it on purpose. Like, it's very difficult to upset me or offend me, and so unless you're being specifically a jerk to me, and I know it's being done intentionally, it's going to be very difficult. That's fair, John. That's fair. Yes, we do have people for whom English is a second language here. We have folks from all over the globe attending this conference, which is exciting. So if
That is amazing.
Yes. So if you are having trouble understanding somebody, you are welcome to ask them to repeat it, or if all else fails, use just text chat. If you are having trouble understanding someone, because sometimes text is the fastest way to communicate.
Yes.
So don't be feel bad if you need to ask someone to repeat something, or if text is easier. Keep water near you. Make sure you drink. Make sure you eat today. I am trying to make sure I remember to do things. I have a breakfast shake with me, because eating, yesterday my entire day's worth of calories was about a pound of Twizzlers, which is, probably not the breakfast of champions, or the lunch of champions. Yes, don't forget to take your meds. Make sure you get up and use the bathroom, and check in on yourselves and each other. We are all very excited. There are 15-minute breaks between all of the sessions. During that break, I strongly suggest everybody get up, do a little dance, get the blood flowing, look at something far away from your computer screen to exercise those eye muscles and help prevent fatigue, have some water, use the bathroom. Like, during the breaks, take a break.
Yes.
Because I know we all need that advice. I'm going to need it too. So if anybody comes running up to me and says, "Have you had water yet today?" I will be very appreciative of that. And I know between my husband and Leslie, they are going to be giving me side eye for most of the conference.
Definitely. I would like to give a shout out to Jay for doing so much of the work on putting together the platform itself, because it looks amazing.
Yes.
Our little area.
Yes, thank you to my husband. So the decor that we have in Gather, my husband laid out pretty much all of it. He spent the last week, morning till night, handling all of the conference layout and making sure it looked beautiful for us and was functional. He didn't do the art itself, but he placed most of the items, and he just did an amazing job. So that is, I very much want to thank my husband for all of his hard work. He really was working for a long time this week. Hello, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Chief Duck on a liner. Excellent. Is there anything else that we should go over that you have questions about? Like, the opening ceremonies is mostly a chance to meet and greet everybody and get questions answered. So is there anything you would like to cover that I have not covered yet? Speaking of taking your medication.
I did take mine.
I just took mine. The Urban Dictionary hazmat suits comment is excellent. Chef's kiss.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, it doesn't seem like we have any other questions. This ends technically in about 15 minutes, but if... Yes, 3 cheers for my husband. Thank you very much. Or when you see him on the map, because he is going to be in the conference today, if you want to run up and throw confetti at him, he will understand that this confettiing is an expression of appreciation, and I have just thrown him under the bus, and I am all here for it. Like, yes, just please, like, throw confetti at my husband. and like chase him with confetti. That is how we show our appreciation.
I love the confetti option in this platform.
He says that's not nice because he lags, but it will be hilarious. So it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, there is one function that I should mention that I did not. In Gather, if you hold G, you see how my little avatar got transparent. That means that you will be able to walk through people. So if there's somebody blocking a door or in the way, like currently Janice is in the way, as she often is, I can just walk through her. So if you are stuck in a crowd and feel stressed and cannot escape, hold G and you can walk right through people. And, of course, now that we are solid, she cannot. Haha. So yes, use G to walk through individuals if you are in a group and trying to get somewhere or just need to get out of an area for whatever reason. It will not take you through items that you can't walk through, but it will allow you to get through people. So if you are in a group and can't get around them, easy enough to get through. I'm sorry I did not mention that sooner. Yes, the chase begins. Excellent. He's not even looking at the tab, so if y'all are surrounding him and confettiing him and he's not looking at it, well. Excellent. I think that is everything I can think of. Leslie, is there anything that you can think of that I did not cover?
I don't think so. You've been very thorough.
I didn't mention, that's a good one. Kath, yes. Follow. If you right-click somebody, you can follow them or request that they lead you. If you start a bubble, that means you can talk and nobody else can go in. As far as locate, I don't know how to locate people, so you might know something I don't know. We're all going to learn this together. I will say down here in the corner you can see participants, and you can find everybody that way. There are all the names. If you click on somebody, that's me. If you click, oh, there you go. If you click on somebody, you can say locate on map. You can find them, and you can also message them from there. So if you have any questions, wow, that's how today's going. If you have any questions or need to reach me, you can just open the tab, find my name, and you can message me directly, or you can locate me on the map and come harass me in person, so to speak. YouTube uploads. Well, they go public to everybody 2 weeks after upload. I'm going to upload these as quickly as I reasonably can. Probably in the week after the conference, I'm going to start uploading videos. There are several people taking videos of all the talks today, because obviously I cannot be in all of them. But we are going to upload to YouTube as quickly as reasonably possible. I'm going to be shooting for having all of the raw footage on YouTube in less than a week of the conference. All of our wonderful volunteers who have offered to edit the captions are going to be getting to work as I upload them. I will be having a meeting with them after the conference. Excuse me. So that is the plan. If you are editing captions for us, please know I'll be sending you an email and we will be meeting after the conference to talk about that. Yeah, not being able to pat the ducks in the stream is definitely a sadness. I think that is everything for the most part. You can't get Gather to load. Unfortunately, I don't know how to help you with that. I know you were able to get in yesterday. I met you in there, but I'm not sure what might be causing a barrier to that today, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It might be the device. I know the mobile is a little bit itchy, so we'll see if we can't get you some help. Is there anything else in our last 10 minutes here? Other than excitement that it's all here. I'm so happy we are all here together, and I'm so happy to see all of you today. Like, not everybody's able to make it to opening ceremonies, and that's okay, but we had like about 100 people sign up for the conference, so there should be a lot of people in and out today, and I'm so excited to see, meet, and have a chance to talk to all of you. So thank you for coming. This has really been an incredible experience.
It has been so much fun already.
Yes, I've had a lot of fun. Just yesterday was amazing, and I'm so hopeful that today is just going to be as good, if not better. If you need to step,
There's going to be a lot of information, and kind of like with other conferences, if you get to information overload, just take a break.
Yep.
And be nice to yourself and catch whatever you miss on the upload.
Absolutely. And remember, there are quiet spaces. There's the library. If you need to go sit and just sit in one of the chairs so nobody can bother you for a while, so you can decompress, feel free to use that. There's also a little Zen corner in the lounge in the bottom right-hand corner of the lounge. You can sit on any of the chairs. If you need to step away, you can go into Do Not Disturb mode. Or also know that if you change tabs and you're not in direct communication with somebody, it will automatically mute you and hide your video for you. So that is a thing. If you need to step away, you can definitely go into Do Not Disturb. You can put yourself in a corner somewhere and just, turn off your mic and video and walk away for a little bit. That's fine. I believe that is everything. If you have any questions about the conference or what have you, feel free to message me after this. Please know, though, that I'm going to be in a panel that's the next thing, which I believe is at 11?
10:45.
10:45. No, this ends at 10:45. The panel starts
right,
at 11.
11.
Yeah, because there's the 15-minute buffer. If there wasn't a 15-minute buffer, I would be sadness.
Yes.
Okay, I believe that is everything. I cannot think of anything else, so I'm tempted to wrap it up here unless there is anything specific that we want to cover. I think we've gone over everything.
I think that's everything.
Okay, well, as I've said a few times, thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting this. Thank you for participating in this. This has been an amazing roller coaster of an experience, and I appreciate so much all of the support and care and participation we have seen so far. The community has been overwhelmingly positive and excited and just wonderful. And I am just so happy to be here with all of you, and I look forward so much to getting to know you and to continuing to build the our group. And is the next session 11:15? Yes, it's 11:15. Somehow. No. Yeah, yep, it is. It's 11:15 somehow. Okay.
11:15.
All right. Yeah, so I have a half an hour buffer. Excellent. Victory is mine.
Even
Thank you,
better.
Linda. Yes.
Fine.
Yep, so we have a little bit of time for everybody to navigate and for me to do some tech support for speakers if you need help. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you everybody for coming. Message Leslie or myself with questions, and have an amazing conference. And chase my husband with confetti. That would make me personally happy. Just confetti the heck out of him. Yes. The great confettiing shall begin.
Beautiful.
Oh, in case you didn't know, my husband is on there as Jay Perbilski. Same last name, or Jason Perbilski. So yes, that's who you're looking for. Thank you so much, and we will see you very soon. Oh, it's the first time you've heard how to... Yes, so if you're questioning about how to pronounce my last name, it is Perbilski. So, cat, duck, hobby. All right, I will see you soon. Have a good time. Bye.